can you sum up the 90 minutes performance?
Oh, I would say it's a very good game that all team played today. Of course, we as Tango Heart of Lions know very well that this is a difficult game to get even the points. So coming, of course, we're coming to make sure we either pick a point or the 3 points. We're not coming for the lose. And I think that we actually programmed and plan ourselves towards this particular game. And I think this is at least a point for us. Like we said, a new team coming into the league and coming to Mansi to play against Asante Kotoko and taking the point. I think was on our big number for giving up the first show of the point. So all in all, I say our tactics was so well for us today.
Questions for Coach. Please, your name is yours.
My name is Asante Kotoko. Coach, first one, on a scale of 10, how would you rate the fitness of your team? And then quickly, coming into this game, I'm sure you might have watched Kotoko clips, but they were new boys. What was the game plan?
Well, I actually know very well that Kotoko were also building a young team. I think that the team today, a young side, I would not say they look good in our eyes, but of course, few of them played in the Ghana Premier League for some time. So we also coming in with a very young team. Of course, we worked hard and actually during the preseason, I made them understand that it's not going to be an easy league. Of course, it's different from the Division 1. So the fitness level, we worked very well because we look like a young team and everyone will say inexperienced, but without experience, of course, the energy should be able to work for you. So today, we also able to match what's about to lose. So I said, fitness level, I recognize it's 8, it's not 10, but 8 is okay.
Alright, I'm Asante Kotoko with some party. I wanted to do a little content analysis with the staff. So we watch this so that I can speak to it. Fantastic preseason, putting together a decent team, preparing in the course of the week. This is what denied you 3 points. How do you feel?
Well, for me, when the game ends and this way, I feel that the people who are the whistle of all the balls in their hands, and this is a wide league is supposed to go. But of course, sometimes they say they have little time to decide. So I would say that they actually made the wrong decision in this role. I think that it has ended and we are at least pressing the point out of it. So next time I'm sure they will not make this mistake again when they work these clips.
Then I'll take the last one.
Coach, I'm Raphael Atakra from Highest TV. Coach, anyway, congrats for a point in your return to the Ghana Premier League. Your defense looked very watertight. They were able to hold on to Kotoko threats or Kotoko games. What exactly did you tell your boys, looking at the backdrop that your team is a young team and you assembled them within a short period of time? What exactly did you tell them that they were able to stay focused to hold on to Kotoko strikers?
Well, like I told you initially that we all know what Kotoko can do in Mansi. Of course, we know it's a big club. And coming, of course, we must make sure that we don't make mistakes behind them. So side them out, make them understand that at the back there's no mistakes. Normally in defense, if you are wise, you play simple and it's easy to do. So of course, there are some few things that we told them. Normally when you don't have the ball, you must be compact, make sure that you will not be in penetration through. And also we have to depend on opponents. Of course, what I told them was that if we don't have the ball, everybody in red, even if the referee is on red, of course we have to mark it. So they were always busy looking for the man in red to stop it from playing. And of course they did all they can to at least prevent whatever from hitting the goal.
Take the last one.
Coach, my name is John from Protect. Can you show us your target set forth by yourself as well as maybe your management team? Can you share with us?
Well, I think this is my second year in Kotoko. In House of Lions. So next game, remember all out. So of course, yes, we enjoy then I was saying, I'm a young man, and that I am a young perfume or chairman. So we go all out for treatments. Come next week at UFP.
Thank you so much, Coach, for coming and saying that.
With the fans, number of fans that were in the stadium, and some of the moments that you had in this game, the win would have climaxed today. Wouldn't you agree with that?
I'm not disappointed. I'm rather optimistic. If you look at the way we played, we had instances where we had chances that we could have scored. In terms of our defensive orientation, I think it was good. No fault, we dominated possession. So if you take the outcome of the game, which is the scoreline out, to me, these guys did very well. It's a fair game, and it's a marvelous shoot from them.
Your name, yes, please.
Coach, my name is Fifi Manfred for Love and Trap. I want to ask, first of all, it looks as if your team lacks some form of cohesion. If you agree with me, how much time do you think you need to get that needed cohesion? Because these are fairly new players. If you don't, what do you think your team lacks in this game? Thank you.
Yeah, I think cohesion is there. What we lacked was the final decision in terms of the final pass to the feet of that player, the final pass to the running path of that player who will commit. I think that was what was lacking. And normally in games like this, first games like this, and we are playing with Kotoko is a big crowd. Look at the fans that if such moments come and the players are able to connect well, they begin to feel some nervousness there. And I think that actually affected the final part of the game. So to me, this is our first game, just came from preseason. So if a team comes from preseason and plays the way to play today, I think it's a plus.
Thank you, Coach. My name is Asante Kotoko. A little on that. How will you rate your team's fitness? And then your team defended very well from set pieces, but you couldn't connect very well with the advantage of set pieces. Have you worked something on training grounds, and what is the decision on set pieces?
Yeah, I think the fitness is good. If you look at the way we played, we kept the tempo right from the blast of the whistle to the end. So the
Scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 8. I think it's good. Yeah, they are good. In terms of set pieces, if you look at our offensive set pieces, the movements were okay. It was left with who was going to link up, the final one to score. And then even with that, when we couldn't connect the second balls in the box, we had to fight for them. And most of those second balls from the free kicks went to our opponent. So I think we need to work on our reaction in terms of making sure we win the second ball, because the second ball in the penalty area, if opponents are not patient, they end up kicking the opponent and we can get penalty from there. But we were slowly reacting to those second balls in the penalty area. I think in terms of defending it, we did very well to defending the set pieces.
Well, congratulations, Coach, for your welcome to the Asante Kotoko. My name is Tofik for Silver and MK. My question was, as compared to your first season when you came to Kotoko, your first game, looking at how you started from the go down, and then looking at this game to today, how will you rate that first game and then this game? Under your
These two teams are different teams. The venues are different. The ambience is different. So I can compare.
And my second question, looking at the changes you made during the second half, what was the pep talk during the first half break before those that came on Assad? What was the pep talk during the first half?
If I get to know whether those who came in, they did well, they didn't do well, then I can
No,
answer.
what I mean was, when you went after the break,
Yeah.
what was the pep talk you talked to the boys before those that came in Assad?
Yeah, so some of these things are classified. But then generally, the issue was that we were not multiplying in the whole area of our opponent. That was why we brought in Kalu, so that we play two supercar strikers there, and then we sent Chi to the right and then George to the left. And then eventually we brought in but we realized that we were not multiplying, we were not adding up in the vital area, and we have to do that.
Coach, me and my colleagues here were all surprised looking at the crowd we saw today compared to last season. What are you going to do right with your team to maintain the standard you have raised today? And secondly,
let's finish the first one.
Yeah, play attractive football like you saw and enjoy today, even though we didn't win. Those true supporters, I'm sure they are happy. Football is about entertaining people and getting the results. We didn't get the results, but the first component of the game, we were able to achieve it. Playing good, attractive, beautiful football.
Your assessment on the Heart of Lions team?
Very good team. They are very good side.
Coach, talking about the reaction to the second ball, there are footage of the disallowed goal for Heart of Lions. I don't know if you want to see it.
Oh no, it's okay.
Great. But the defenders held the line for almost 5 or 10 seconds before pushing up and ended up playing the Heart of Lions attacker onside from the footage you've seen. It's early days yet. Your man of the match was a member of that back four. What do you think ought to be done to make sure that the line reacts quicker in subsequent games? And the final ball at the offensive side, when you are done with your construction, that final ball, especially in the first half, you come 5 times. That where you would want these balls played, it was not played. And lastly, you said that when the game opens up for you to exploit your opponent, after 5 seconds, if you don't do it, the space closes. So many times it opened up, and unlike previously, these ones couldn't execute that, but it's the same problem.
Yeah, it's all about match fitness, match sharpness. The more we play, the more they gain match sharpness. I mean, training is different from playing games. If you look at both sides, I don't know where you were seated. Those of us who were on the touchline, you can see from both teams that everybody was exhausted. Even though everybody had a good preseason. So it tells you that preseason games are different from league games. So I'm sure the sharpness will come. And I think maybe that one will answer both questions that you asked in terms of. But the key thing about defending is that the moment you are able to win the first ball, you shut your lines. But then if you win the first ball and you don't shut your lines, and the opponent wins the second ball, the disorganization, because you are now not on the same line, one person will play somebody on. And it's all about decisions and it's all about decisions. And decisions come from quick thinking. So I'm sure as we play more games, as we watch the videos, and then we do the analysis, I'm sure these things will come. When players see themselves in an error position or error perspective, and they accept it, I'm sure mentally they will be able to work on it, and then practically to work on it. So it's very much.
Thank you. Coach, good evening. You're very little welcome also. Coach, during your building, look at even though statistics in the prayer, your team will still be in preseason because this now by starting preseason nation and know the maximum time but your other submission also question or any fatigue, understanding of are you saying that more team when you're ready and I say you still need to prepare the full preseason that you wanted?
I think the game you saw it yourself. You saw the game. These boys played well. Yeah, so no room for.
So the team is ready and safe for the.
The team is ready. You saw the team play today. It's ready. And I've already told you that they played well. So if a coach tells you that the team played well, what do you think? It tells you that the team is ready.
Sescandi has already had our explanation from coach and then take one more. So Sescandi.
Coach, reaction supporters in the map. But maybe every time they are missing the reaction. What top time? I will think. What top playing time?
I don't understand.
Playing starts in
And I'm going to come with
Because of our top time, maybe a kasa bi a You are, because I can't think for you.
Okay, what are you saying?
Publish some of these things.
No,
I think for you,
but
and I give you the wrong answer. That's what will be out there. So say it as you want to say it.
Fantastic.
Don't let me think for you.
Fantastic. What I'm saying is that from the reactions that the supporters gave to his camel, and then the touches he had on the pitch, is it going to merit him more time, more playing time?
It's all about what he does at training, and it's all about the tactical approach of the opponents we are going to meet in our next game. So your training, your level of performance at training, and then how the opponent is going to play. If you think that how the opponent is going to play, he fits in there, we let him play. And apart from that, everybody would have to fight for position. If you look at the players we have, and the substitutions we did, it was like for like. And when they came, they didn't drop the tempo. They kept the tempo and even increased it. So it tells you that everybody would have to fight for a position in the team.
I understand. I know you have to work on it.
Right. Once again, congratulations for winning the man of the match. New boy, new team, a lot of very good centre backs, but you were the one that was chosen today. How did you do that?
First of all, I would like to say Alhamdulillah for this wonderful opportunity and this big platform. I really appreciate the fact that the professor has brought me there as our coach to exhibit what's the little that I have for Asante Kotoko. Thank you.
Nuruddin, congrats for winning the man of the match. We saw that you had a white band on your head. Will we be seeing it henceforth, or it was your first game, that's why we put it on?
Yeah, it was an injury that I had at my previous club, and I used to put it on because there were some stitches, and whenever that I'm playing, when I hit the ball with it, blood always comes, and sometimes sweat always move the plaster. So when I put it on, then I try to absorb the sweat, and as I play with it, then it becomes more like a trademark. So after the injury, then I just have to leave it. Thank you.
Yeah, so I want to know whether you're receiving enough support from the IMS, because you are working with new management, whether you've been adequately resourced to execute your agenda. And what are some of the steps for the year? What do you seek to achieve? Is it for the coach or the player?
I think we cannot talk about the IMC. Let's talk about tactics. Thank you.
Your target as a team for the season.
Inshallah, we don't have anything, but we have to leave the process. So that is just what we are looking at.
Nuruddin, we saw you and Ansu today at the back. You were up against a number 32. We call him Christian Boateng. He's a massive boy, and he's one of the best headers of the ball we have seen here. How did you cope with him? Because he was a handful, especially whenever.
And I'm sure moving into next week, we'll start training. So we are likely to get them very soon. Thank you
so much.
And I would like to thank all of you for your support, whether you support Kotoko or not. Thank you.